in the car.
The following views are those of the host and not those of Clear Channel Broadcasting licenses. Welcome to the Know Nothing Show with Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman, who've been in the legal profession for over 30 years and now want to share their experience and knowledge with you. Hey, maybe they do know a little something. You can join Alan and Rich by calling in toll-free 1-800-889-0267 or watch them on elkinsandfriedman.com on Friday nights. Now your hosts for the next hour, Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman.
Hey now, everybody, and Friday, February 14th, 2014.
Hold on.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, it's Valentine's Day. I thought you were going to forget.
No, it's Valentine's Day. Now, let me begin like I always do by saying who's here and who's not here tonight. And it's nice to see you on here tonight, on time, Mr. Friedman.
Thank you.
Yeah, and applause. All right, I have with us, of course, Freddie, the producer, along with his lovely assistant, Linda. We have Linda Bordup. How are you tonight, Lynn?
I'm good. How about you?
Happy Valentine's
That's right.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Now, who we don't have with us tonight is the lovely Nicole, our co-host.
Where is Nicole tonight?
Nicole took the night off.
We do have her on the phone, though.
Is Nicole on the phone? Let's put her on right away. Is this a lovely Nicole?
Yes, hi.
Lovely
Alan.
Nicole.
How are you?
Good, you're not with us tonight. Now, what do you have that's so important that you have to be?
Oh, I'm actually been stuck in traffic for 2 hours trying to go see the guru I told you about.
The guru.
Saima.
A guru? What's a guru?
Yeah, I was reading about the guru. Who are you trying to see?
Her name's Saima. I was at a yoga event, and this one girl, I forget her name, and I wanted to actually go and see her because I wanted to talk to her, and hook up with her about something. So I think I would, go to this thing, and I'd run into her. And we're late because we've been stuck in traffic, and then we get off at the wrong exit, and we should have been there at 6 o'clock.
Well, where is she? I'm
6
just curious. And the lady's name, I looked her up, Nicole, is Sai, S-I-A-I, and then M-A-A. And she's supposed to really be some kind of international big shot.
You're right. I know.
A spiritual luminary, it says. So, where is she? Where is she speaking tonight?
We're going down to it's like the Hilton, I think, in Biscayne, Miami.
Oh, you're down in Miami. Oh my goodness. Are you going all the way downtown? Is that where she is?
Yeah, she's down at that hotel there downtown, but looks like we're gonna maybe miss it.
Well, you're gonna get a spiritual awakening. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, she definitely needs a spiritual awakening.
Now, Nicole, what I'm reading here on the website, if you were there, it says that she teaches the power of love and its ability to pierce every layer of illusion or pain within us.
What the heck does that mean?
That seems pretty deep.
Sounds amazing to me. I know, something like once in a lifetime.
And you know what else it says? It says with each word she speaks, she emanates a divine power to uncover the matrix of love that is in our own heart.
Right on. That's what I need. I need some of that. We all do. You need some of that.
Yeah, I need
Some of us
that
need it
too.
more than others.
Yeah, especially on Valentine's Day. It would be nice to have a little loving, if you know what I mean.
I
Now,
hear you.
are there going to be I'm reading her upcoming events, and this woman apparently travels all over the world.
Yes. Yeah, she's on a worldwide passion tour is what it is.
Passion tour.
Is she like Indian? She kind of seems like she's Indian from India.
I looked it up, and she's actually Russian.
This lady I'm looking at is Russian. Maybe Freddie can put it on the screen. By the way, her name is S-A-I-M-A-A. Nicole, before I forget, our new website is already up. I'm going to tell everybody, if they want to not only watch the show on elkinsandfriedman.com, but now you can watch it on www.theknownothingshow.com.
Oh, good.
So it's going to
spread the
stream.
word.
And your picture, and tell her picture will
your
eventually
picture
be
will
up there.
up there. It's not up there yet, but as everybody can tell everybody, we posed for pictures this week, and everybody should be able to see the lovely Nicole along with the lovely Alan and Rich.
Good. Are we going to see drawings of us, the cartoons, too, or just our pictures?
No, just
I don't know.
your natural picture.
Yeah, that last thing costs us some money, the one we have on our site, so I think we're way too cheap to do that. So maybe a stick figure. I don't know. But,
that's okay, as long as you captured my essence. That's all that matters.
yeah, and listen, if you make it, we wouldn't mind if you get there before 8 o'clock. Maybe you can text something in or call us on the sly. But otherwise, what are you going to be doing? You just going to head to South Beach after that, or what?
Yeah, we're going to go out to dinner, to some nice Italian food, and then...
Speaking of Italian food, I don't know if the people at home notice your shirt, but it looks like you took that off an Italian restaurant.
It does.
Tablecloth.
Your Rich is referring. I'm wearing a beautiful Psycho Bunny red and white check shirt. And from past shows, I've said Psycho Bunny is my favorite designer. I guess that's okay to say I have a favorite designer.
Sure.
I never saw that before you. I know last time I saw you, you had the little Psycho Bunny little emblem on, and I was going to mention it. Like, what is that?
I
But
know.
cool.
I don't know. I think it looks good. And before I forget, you know what I'm doing tomorrow? We can talk about the weekend's activities, but the Coconut Grove Art Festival takes place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you've never been there, that is the premier art show, rated one of the top three shows in the United States.
Really? In the United States?
In the United States. If nobody's ever been there, well worth going to. It's unbelievable. Probably
That
about
sounds like
400,000 people a day.
Wow.
And Linda, the assistant producer, just mouthed to me, I love it. Are you going, Linda?
Is she talking about the art show or something else?
The art show.
The art show. Linda, well, listen,
I
Nicole,
would love to go to that, but guess what I'm doing tomorrow night?
what are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm doing the undie run tomorrow night.
There's
what's
an
the
undie run? Does that mean you run in your underwear?
It's in West Palm. You guys have
Seriously?
to come on.
You know, I do that in my house every night. You know, I usually take off my pants and walk around, you know? Is that too much of a... But is there really something called the undie run?
Oh, yeah, baby. We're going to be running around in our underwear, for sure.
What kind of underwear?
Well, wait, you have Rich's ears just perked up in addition to... go ahead, Rich.
What kind of underwear are you going to be wearing?
I'm going to just wear, like, sporty underwear.
But you're not
That's-
wearing
that's too
grandma
sexy.
underwear, right? You don't wear grandma underwear. You wear sexy clothes.
No, but I'm wearing boy shorts. I got these cute little boy shorts from the last half marathon I ran.
Where does this event take place in case any of our listeners want to go like Rich?
Yeah, right. I'll see all you guys down there, I'm sure.
Where is it?
You definitely
Seriously,
see Alan,
Where does
that's
it,
for sure.
where does it take place?
It's down by the water, by, Flagler.
Okay, so it's downtown West Palm. What time do you have to be there?
It's in the evening, I'm not sure.
It's going to be a little nippy.
Very
Yeah,
good,
it's
Richard.
actually
There's one of
supposed to be
these.
cold. It's gonna be. I
All
might be
right.
running in my bathrobe. I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know. I bet everybody's real brave, and then once you get there, I don't know. I don't know if you'll be
Alan, she
covered.
doesn't want to tell you where it is because she knows you're going to show up.
Listen,
I don't know. It's somewhere vague in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
area.
I hope for your sake it isn't too cold outside.
And it's a full moon, too.
Well, when
It's
you're
a full
running,
moon,
you
and
get
it's a full
hot.
moon.
That's the thing. You sweat when
Now-
you're running.
now-
You know, Rich is going with a camera.
That's right. I'll track you down.
You know, here's my question. I wonder if more dudes show up than dudettes for an event like this. What do you think the ratio is, men to women?
I think a lot of guys will show up to try to check out the chick.
I
for
think
sure.
so. All right, well,
All
listen.
my girlfriends won't go. They're not brave like me.
No.
All right, well, bring your camera. If you see anything that's really unsightly that we might be able to use on next week's show, that might be entertaining.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, thanks
Have
for
a good show.
good. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you next week.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.
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 And Nicole's mom, if you're listening, Nicole's going to be practically naked tomorrow running an event. I don't know if
With a
that's
whole
such
bunch
a
of
good
guys
idea.
running after her.
With a whole bunch of guys. All right, Lynn, why don't we take our first break and then we'll come back and start the show.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Life is so overwhelming right now, isn't it? Emotional and financial challenges too much? More debt than you can possibly handle? Are you facing divorce or another family law problem? Injured and don't know where to turn? There is a source of solid, affordable legal guidance. At Elkins & Friedman, an experienced lawyer will explain options and treat you with respect and dignity. They help people throughout Central and South Florida solve those problems. This is a law firm you can trust, where they actually pick up the phone when you call. They have a 30-year record of positive results, and they make legal costs manageable for people from all walks of life. Make the call, 954-372-2630. When you visit, you might even meet Tiffany, the office mascot. Elkins & Friedman take the intimidation and the worry out of getting the legal help you really need. Call 954-372-2630 and begin to make sense of your life. Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. Non-lawyer spokesperson. please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422. This is the Know Nothing Show with practicing attorneys Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman. Elkins and Friedman have been helping folks throughout Florida for more than 30 years, and they're here now to share their knowledge and experiences with you. Stand by for more information and fun.
And we're back. We're having fun. It's not any fun without Nicole here, but we're going to carry on, Rich.
You know what I'd like her to do next week when she comes back?
I can't imagine.
Is to reenact the undie run right here.
Of course you like to do that. And, honey, if you're listening, that was Richard that said that, not me.
But Alan told me to say that.
So, Richard, let's talk about Valentine's Day. You have any plans with the missus?
I'm not going out tonight. Tonight's for amateurs.
Tonight's for amateurs?
Okay, I go out tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you go out tomorrow night as opposed to tonight, Valentine's Day night?
Well, for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you go buy flowers tomorrow, you get them for half price.
Good thinking, Rich.
Candy is about a third of what it costs today.
That's absolutely true. I have no doubt
So for like
about
$10, I can buy a dozen flowers, a 2-pound box of candy, okay, and a couple other miscellaneous things like little teddy bears.
Look, I'm sure there are sales going on for probably at steeper discounts tomorrow than you could have gotten today.
And Valentine's Day cards, you get them for like 10 cents on the dollar.
It's true. As a matter of fact, I had a tip-off when I called you. You actually, I thought, would be here before me tonight because you were up in Boynton Beach while I was down in Fort Lauderdale. But when I called you, I said, Richard, would you let me in here? And you go, I'm not there yet. And I go, where are you? And your answer was, I'm getting something to eat.
Something to eat.
So I'm thinking, geez, I wonder if he has the lovely Mrs. Friedman with him.
No, I I went solo.
Did you at least bring a baggie home of a doggy bag of some food for Mrs. Friedman?
No, I stopped at Starbucks, got a quick snack.
All right. Listen, the truth is, I don't think I'm doing anything either. Now, I suggested to my wife, I said, you think it would be asking too much maybe when I came home that you were wearing something sexy? And she goes, does it matter if I'm sleeping? and first, I think
normally it doesn't, right?
Yeah, normally it doesn't. So why should tomorrow be any different? Is anybody else? Let me ask Freddie. Freddie and his lovely assistant producer lady / girlfriend. You guys have anything planned?
I'm very upset.
Why are you upset?
Because I ordered flowers, and they never made it.
Is that true?
To her office. So I called her and I said, did you get anything nice today? She says, no, I'm on my way home.
Now,
I said, go back.
Being the skeptical lawyer, do you have any proof to prove to her? Is she so trusting she's falling for that story?
No, because she sees my bank account, so she knows exactly how much I spend.
So he did. He ordered flowers, and they didn't deliver them on time?
Isn't that terrible?
It is terrible. You know, I had that experience with one of those 1-800 flower places. They promised you a delivery a certain date. They didn't deliver, and you should demand the money back because they charge you a premium to deliver by Valentine's.
$2.
How much?
Over 100.
I know, it's outrageous. So you got a
I'm not
legitimate
paying
complaint.
it. I'm done with that.
Well, you know, us crackerjack lawyers at Elkins and Friedman have sued for far less than that. So
and received even a lesser amount than that.
And if you didn't get your flowers on Valentine's Day and they screwed up, I think you ought to go ahead and call us. Right?
Here's the thing with Freddie. He sent the flowers. Maybe they went to, you know what I mean, another one of his friends.
Oh, another
Why, did you get them?
With a similar name.
Did you get them in your office?
Yes, I did, and they were
Send them
beautiful.
back.
Thank you very much for those flowers.
Now, wait, I'm going to tell you a true story, Freddie. I'm in Publix last night picking up a few items, and the girls are hardworking girls in our office. So I'm going by the candy when I first go into Publix, and I see little tiny candy boxes, big candy boxes. I look at a medium-sized Whitman sampler box, and I say, I think I ought to get the girls something, hardworking girls. So I called Richard up, and I said, Richard, do I have your permission? Can we get him this medium-sized Whitman sampler candy box? And Richard says to me with a straight face, well, I think they have some candy there that's about 88 cents.
Right. It's like 4 pieces of chocolate in a little box.
No, Richard, it's not 4 pieces unless they can cram them in about a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. They have these things like little cardboard hearts, and in the little cardboard hearts behind it, they have a little tiny box that you could fit maybe some matchsticks in. That's what they had.
How much was that?
It was like, actually, it wasn't 88 cents. It was $1.29.
So you bought those?
No, I didn't buy
come
them.
on.
Come on, you were a softie and you said get them the Whitman sampler. And by the way, they were delicious. I probably ate more than the girls did today.
Good, they don't need it.
Hey, Richard, in California, Susan says, did you buy chocolates with the wrappers in them? No chocolate, but just wrappers.
I don't
You can
quite
buy
get
those?
that.
You can buy that.
Jeez, I'm gonna
99 cents.
99 cents. I'm doing that next time.
Wait, you're telling me you can buy? You mean you can fake out your girlfriend by buying wrappers without the chocolates?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, that's for girls that don't eat chocolate. Why waste the money?
That's
Just give
I
them the
guess-
box.
That's right. They're doing you a favor, I guess. Well,
This is one scary guy.
it just so happens, and before I mention, we were supposed
I was
to.
just going to say, Rich better hope his wife wasn't listening last night because
happened?
someone got a trip to Paris for Valentine's Day. So,
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah, Alan
Where do they
Knight.
get a trip for
Alan?
parents?
Alan, another show
Paris?
produced by Freddie. What happened,
Yeah.
Freddie? Tell me.
Well, he gave her 2 cards. The first one was I love bacon, and she looked like somebody shot her. We have it on film. And then the second one was a trip to Paris, and they're going to spend 2 weeks in Paris.
Get out of here. This guy obviously hasn't been married very long, correct?
No, they're not married. They're
There
engaged.
you go.
That's
They're going
why.
to get married.
What are you kidding
They're
me?
going to get married.
All right. Well, I
And he's
knew there
always
was a
talking
reason.
about your show. He just wrote in tonight.
Did he really? Well, he's quite the gentleman. If you need any tips about Paris, I'm an authority on it. It's a beautiful city. And I want to say something. It's not a story that I was going to do, but there was a story in the paper that we have a love affair now with the French. And there was a time, that seriously. There was a time I refused to go ahead and travel to France because I thought of the anti-American sentiment. And then, lo and behold, a couple of years ago, I went to Paris, and I've traveled around France. In fact, my favorite place is in Nice, France. A totally different opinion. And every time I've been there, they're nice to us, and I'm happy to them. I try to speak French. And I just noticed a total turnaround. I thought it was me, but in this newspaper article said that the French now have a high opinion of us, whatever that's worth, and we like them. So vive la France. That's what I say, anybody listening on the internet. And I'll be back in Nice soon. All right, now I started to say, we were supposed to have a special guest. She was on our old show, and her name is Bambi LaFleur.
That's
Bambi
her stage name. What's
That's her
real-
stage name.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should give her real name.
No, don't bother.
But she graciously, she was going to be here, and anybody looking at Elkins and A&D Friedman, FRED.com, can see Bambi's picture, or now going to www.theknownothingshow.com. Bambi LaFleur is an internationally known burlesque star. As a matter of fact, she's going to be appearing. She told me, I think in May, she's been invited to participate in certain burlesque events that are taking place around the world. And I know I started looking at her site. I know she's had several invitations. Well, what happened? She was going to be here tonight in costume for
What
Valentine's
kind of costume
Day.
was she going to wear?
I don't know, but she said it was a beautiful costume. And I have seen some of her costumes, and they're very ornate.
Maybe she can come next week.
She is going to come next week. And what happened? Unfortunately, I don't want to get into it, but a close friend of hers passed away, and she was really, really upset. Just couldn't make the trip. But she's a lot of fun. She'll be here next week, and having Bambi along with Nicole, that ought to be
I
something
mean, that's
to
like,
see.
that's heaven.
Yeah, it's heaven. Richard, you keep digging and digging a deeper, deeper hole.
Hey, what's the calling number to the show?
Okay, the call-in number to our show, should you like to participate, is 561-844-6167. Was that slow enough,
How many
Freddie?
numbers was that? I think you had too many numbers.
Freddie told me to talk extra slow, that our listeners aren't that smart and that they can't write very fast either.
I think he
comforting.
gave us too many numbers.
Didn't he give too many numbers?
Yes.
All right, 561-844-6167. Now, also, not only plugging our site, but if you want to see Burlesque Bambi, I guess that's the site. If you Google it or if you're on Facebook, it's... And I'm going to tell you what she wrote. She was so excited to be on the show, and I'm going to read it. She says, tune in tomorrow night. She has a ton of listeners. I go up against 2 lawyers for my appearance. This is what she writes, Richard. I am smarter and my boobs are bigger.
Who's she talking about?
She's talking about you and me. She's claiming she's smarter than us.
Or her boobs are bigger?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to compare next week. But, and listen, what's interesting about this woman, not only is she a professional burlesque performer, but she's legitimately been in a lot of movies, including one that I saw with Christopher Walken.
Really?
Do you know that?
You actually saw her in the movie?
Yeah, I did. I actually saw the clip. She was in a movie with Christopher Walken called Bachelor Trip in 2001.
Wow.
And, I think she played a floozy on the beach trying to pick him up. It was a real stretch, but somehow she pulled the role off. But she is really a barrel of fun, a bunch of fun, whatever she is. She's
a lot of fun.
And she'll be here next week. So,
looking forward to
we want
that.
to see you next week.
Hey, your fans in Oakland Park and the beach say hi. They're all listening to you at the bar.
Well, that's good. Thanks for listening at the bar. Have one on Richard.
Thank you, Alan.
Good luck collecting, but good luck have one on Richard. Now, for everybody out there, I have one more story. We got 3 minutes before the break. This is the first story I found on the internet. I've never seen this show, but there's a show on TLC called 19 Kids and Counting. And apparently this man and a woman, his name is Jim Bob, which kind of says something, and Michelle Dugar. They have a show, and apparently they have 19 kids. They never heard of condoms or the pill,
19
I guess.
kids?
19 kids.
They adopt some of them, or they're all...
No, they're all theirs. Naturally theirs.
Obviously, they don't get out of the house much.
Well, they don't. Now, they came up with tips for couples for Valentine's Day, how to have a successful Valentine's Day. And I'm going to read them. Here's the first one, and I kind of love this. Here's for you guys at the bar. See if this works for you, or ladies at the bar. Say yes to sex even when you're tired. You hear that? Say yes to sex even when you're tired. That's number 1 rule. Now, I know as a guy, that sounds good. Freddie, doesn't that sound good? Richard, doesn't that sound good?
Excellent.
Say sex even when you're tired. Now, honey, if you're home and listening, that's number 1, according to Jim Bob and Michelle Dugan. And Mrs. Dugan says, anyone can fix him lunch, but only one person can meet that physical need of love. Well, obviously he hasn't been to a whorehouse lately, but only one person can meet the physical need of love that he has. And you always need to be available when he calls.
Who's he talking about?
Now, it's clear this woman is not a active women's rights movement spokesperson.
Doesn't sound like it.
No. All right, but that's rule number 1. Say yes to sex even when you're tired.
I think he's making a plea on Valentine's Day to the lovely Mrs.
I think he's begging. I think he's on his
me?
knees.
Get her on the
Sound
phone.
like I'm
Let her call in.
We have a caller?
No, I'm asking your
call
wife to
in.
call in.
Call in, honey, if you're listening. She's probably sleeping right now, or at least pretending to sleep.
She's getting in practice
Now,
for when you get home.
wait a minute. That was rule number 1. Here's rule number 2, according to Jim Bob.
What's that?
But give it a rest sometimes. Huh? It says the Dugars do not engage. Freddie, I got to read this. I'm not making this up. And you bleep me, Lynn, the board op. It says the Dugars do not engage in sex while Michelle is on her period, and they also abstain from sex after childbirth. Go figure. Are you kidding me? What? They abstain from sex when she's on her period. And, I don't know about your wife, Richard, but, I didn't know a period still lasts 25 days. I think, I'm tired of that story.
My household, did they last 30 days?
30 days. Oh, my goodness.
I think in your household it never stopped.
Right. No, even in February, it lasts 30 days.
So get a load of this. It says they abstain from sex after childbirth. I think that's the last thing that Mrs. Dugan ought to be doing. It says, and here she has a rule. She waits 40 days to have sex for a boy and 80 days for a girl. So I don't get it.
She has 19 kids.
19 kids.
Look at the picture.
I mean, that's enough for a football team.
Yeah, anybody wants to see
and a basketball team.
Yeah, anybody wants to see the Dugans, they're on either
What's
the
this guy
Elkins
do
or
for a living? How do you
He has
support 19
sex.
kids?
That's what he does for a living.
Was he a sperm donor?
Yeah, I'm going to do. Should I go to a break and come back and do the rest? We got more.
All right,
advice from the
then.
Dugans.
Everybody stay where they are. We got more to come, so sit right there.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.TV. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422. Life is so overwhelming right now, isn't it? Emotional and financial challenges too much? More debt than you can possibly handle? Are you facing divorce or another family law problem? Injured and don't know where to turn? There is a source of solid, affordable legal guidance. At Elkins & Friedman, an experienced lawyer will explain options and treat you with respect and dignity. They help people throughout Central and South Florida solve those problems. This is a law firm you can trust, where they actually pick up the phone when you call. They have a 30-year record of positive results, and they make legal costs manageable for people from all walks of life. Make the call, 954-372-2630. When you visit, you might even meet Tiffany, the office mascot. Elkins & Friedman take the intimidation and the worry out of getting the legal help you really need. Call 954-372-2630 and begin to make sense of your life. Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. Non-lawyer spokesperson. This is the Elkins & Friedman Know Nothing Show. Time to get back to Alan and Rich for more. If you'd like to join in, just call in 1-800-889-0267 and become part of the show. That's 1-800-889-0267. Once again, Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman.
Hey now, and we're back, Richard.
Yes, let's pick up where we just left off.
We will. Let's pick up where we left off. And for those that just tuned in, we're talking about the advice given by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who apparently have a show on TLC called 19 Kids and Counting. And apparently,
they're going to have more kids?
I guess so. Mrs. Duggar just can't get enough of Big Jim, I guess. I don't know. So the first advice that they give is say yes to sex when you're tired. Number 2 was, but give it a rest sometimes. And Michelle shares with us that she abstains from sex right after childbirth or when she's on her period. Now, number 3, this is a one that I think women can relate to, and all men should do this. Treat your wife like a queen. Treat your wife like a queen. Now, Richard, I'm sure that's how you treat your wife, like a queen, right?
Let me think
Queen,
about that.
at least for a day. Queen for a day, right?
How about queen for an hour?
This is her day.
1 hour.
Queen for an hour. And according to Bob, that's the key in a relationship. And, you know, and that's the truth. You know, look, I don't know about your wife, but my wife, you know, she's doing the laundry. I got to admit, I do a lot of things around the house, but some stuff I don't like doing, she's always right there doing.
What don't you like doing?
I don't like doing laundry.
No?
I don't mind emptying the dishwasher. I know a lot of guys don't like that. I don't mind emptying the dishwasher. Yeah. I don't mind picking up dog poop. I don't mind
You don't
walking
mind
it.
that? I don't like.
Picking up dog poop?
You walk the dogs?
Not even your own?
You walk the dogs?
Yeah, we do. But I found since we have, now that we have 2 dogs who were on our show last week, it's hard walking 2 dogs, especially when they want to go different ways.
Your dogs are what, 8 pounds? That's difficult to walk 2 dogs. They're not
listen,
like 80-pound dogs.
You know, if I were a really bad host, I'd be showing dog pictures. I took the cutest, actually.
Hey.
My wife took the cutest little dog picture today. She dressed him up because it was cold out. But you know,
Surprising she didn't buy him Valentine's Day.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You walk 2 dogs and they're dressed tuxedos.
Yeah,
or
my
whatever?
dog's dressed.
You,
during the,
2
during
dogs
the next break,
and
I'm
dressed
gonna
dogs.
text you a picture of my dogs dressed up today. It's cold out, Freddie. I don't want my dogs to get
He
sick.
walks 2 dogs. Can you imagine? I'm going to stand in front of your house at 6 o'clock in the morning and just take film, and you walking 2 dogs.
Uh-oh, Freddie, I have a news flash. My wife wrote, show is not coming on in back computer or on your website. I haven't heard anything. And she shows us
That's
sad
impossible.
face.
Not with our Cracker Jack producer
you think
over here.
it is working? It's working in the studio, honey, so I don't know. You feed me a line, then you didn't hear the part about dress sexy. Is that what gonna tell me?
And you didn't hear about the girls we're going to have on the show next week either.
Yeah, well. So
We did
anyways,
it on purpose.
treat your wife like a queen. And on the way home, as Rich and I say, let me know if you want to supersize that
Right.
sandwich that I'm going to
French fries, all you can eat.
All right, so here's the next one, according to the Dugans. The strong, silent type is overrated. Apparently, women don't like that. And let's see, it says why. Michelle explains. When he learns to humble himself before God and me, it builds him up so much in my eyes. Now, I got to understand that. When he learns to humble himself before God and me, it builds him up in my eyes. So I don't get it. Do you understand that?
Not a word.
I don't think I'm smart enough. If any of our listeners are out there. So the quote is, the strong, silent type is overrated. So what does she want? The weak, wimpy type or the weak, loquacious type?
The
I
way
don't
she
know.
sounds, I think she'll take any type.
I think we need to turn, since our female co-hosts are not here, I think we have to turn to Lynn the board up on this one. Lynn, what do you think about the strong, silent type? Do you like them strong and silent or weak and talky?
I think she meant that the communication was more important to her. That's how I took it, by strong and silent, meaning not communicating or talking.
Talk to your wife.
So,
Talk things
yeah,
out.
That's,
Talk issues.
that's what I
You know,
that's
I
how
think you're
interpreted
right.
it.
Because you should talk out your problems.
Do you talk out your problems with your wife?
Yeah. I honestly say I don't have too many problems with my wife. You know, she just doesn't listen to me. But and I don't care. So what are you gonna do?
And you've learned to duck.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you agree a lot of times when you really don't agree, but you just agree just to make her happy?
Gee, that's a good question. Oh, here we're getting serious. All right, so even if I don't, I think if I don't agree, I let her know I don't agree.
Really?
Yeah. What about
You believe that?
What do you? Do you
I
just
put
keep
on my
quiet?
headphones
Yeah.
and just walk around with them on all day
So
long.
you just tune her out
Right.
completely.
Exactly.
And by the
And
way,
then she-
I got a text from Daryl,
Daryl.
the office manager. Daryl, if you'd like to call in and share some Valentine's Day stories or tell us what you're doing with your loved one tonight, either for dinner or for sex, feel free to call in.
He's got
Anybody-
dinner reservations tonight, he told me.
Does he have
Yep.
dinner reservations?
Yep.
Well, in case he wants to call in, he can do it at 561-844-6167. All right, so let's hear from you, chicken. All right. Now, here's the next one. I can make a whole show. I thought we were light on material, but these Dugars have given us a lot of material. and
There's
I
more
must say,
Duger stories?
I find it entertaining. So here's the next wisdom gem here. Perfectionism kills romance. And they say expectations ruin relationships, Jim Bob warns. He says, accept the expectation that you should say yes to sex even when you're tired. Again, these guys with the sex already.
I know.
They got 19 kids.
No, they've had their fill. Give someone else a chance.
So
What the
for-
hell do you think they're going to be talking about?
So perfectionism kills romance. Now, again, I may be too stupid to figure this out, but is there something wrong with, trying to, smell good and groom up and
Take a bath.
Yeah, take a bath before you. I thought that's good for romance. I don't know if that's perfectionism.
Women like stinky.
Maybe they do.
I guess they do.
Lynn the board up. Come back here.
Linda brought up, you like men stinky.
Am I reading this wrong? The next one, next piece of advice from these clowns is perfectionism kills romance. And I take that to mean that if you act too perfect, that it kills the romance. Do you like a man to plan stuff for you or just...
No, I was thinking it was meaning they're controlling, that they unless it's my husband's like that. It's his way. If you don't do it his way, it's not done right.
I mean, it's his way or the highway.
Yeah.
Oh, perfectionism kills romance. So you got to go with the flow. In other words, what
yeah,
you're saying.
you have to, if you don't do it, he'll disagree with somebody that there's not a better way to do it than his way.
Uh-oh. Now,
We have
I
it
may
as
as well ask you.
celebrity.
The truth is, as long as you've been our board up, I didn't even know that you're married. So you are married.
Yeah, I've been married 28 years.
28 years to
She
the
has
same
18
guy?
kids.
Holy cow.
The same guy?
The same guy.
Wow, we'll give you one of these.
She must
Yeah.
have been like 12 years old when she got married.
Yes, I was. Thank you.
And you have 18 kids, I heard.
Nah. But let me ask you, so do you have anything romantic planned? Does Mr. Lynn the board up have anything planned tonight?
No, actually, I would like to give him a divorce, but neither one of us wants the kids.
That's funny.
And you got two attorneys
And
here.
you
I
have
know.
sound
You might need your
effects?
services.
What about you? Have any better sound effects than this stupid bell?
I have. What would you like?
I don't know.
Surprises. Give us a good one.
Yeah, here. Let's hear a sample of what you
Put
got.
a boing.
Wait, you got
All
one?
right. No sound effects, Lynn? All right, well, you know what? It's
Oh,
okay.
what's that?
We have... All right.
Jaws. Is that
Yeah, we're
Jaws?
going to work on it. Now, I understand we have on the phone a celebrity caller.
Yes.
And I understand it's the famous Alan Knight from the Night and Day Show.
There you go.
How are you on the Know Nothing Show? I'm stuck in traffic on Federal Highway off of Broward Boulevard listening to the program.
But you're not
I'm
going down to see the Mahari like our co-host is doing, right? There's some
I'm
kind
on
of...
my way home to have a nice romantic dinner because my fiance has made meatloaf, but in the shape of a heart.
That's very romantic.
Wow.
Now, you know, I used to have a bad joke, and the joke was, you know, never let your meat loaf. But that's another story for another day. But I guess it depends how good her meatloaf is.
We'll save that for another show.
Come up with the joke. She has better jokes than you guys do.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So
Well, I
listen,
tell you,
wait a minute. So
Francis
you're,
get you everywhere.
talking to us while you're stuck in traffic.
you're stuck in traffic on Broward Boulevard. Is there anything going on down there?
No, there's just a lot of people probably going to go out to eat, you know, listening to the Know Nothing Show.
Did you hear our co-host tell us that there's some kind of like a run tomorrow in your
Underwear.
panties in West Palm Beach?
Underwear.
Underwear run? Did you hear anything like that?
No. Who's telling you that? Freddie from M2TV?
No.
Not Freddie. Freddie.
What do you mean,
Freddie will
Freddie?
be running in his underwear.
No, yeah.
Why me?
Alan, I don't want a visual of Freddie running in anything.
I know.
Me neither.
Oh, Lord.
But no, our co-host said that in West Palm Beach tomorrow there's an event
it's
on
the
the
undie run.
water.
It's the undie
It's
run.
the undie run, it's called. And women and men run in their underwear. So, I don't know.
Ask Bridget. She
Heard
knows.
of that. Okay. Are we going to do a remote one day from there and all run? That'll
Yeah,
be
now
exciting.
wait a minute. I got something to talk about with you. Is it true you really bought a vacation for your fiancée to go to Paris?
Yes, we're going for her birthday on April 30th. We'll be at the Eiffel Tower at the Jules Verne restaurant.
You know what? And you do have to book that ahead of time, and you did that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Well, I found a card at the local little store, and it had an Eiffel Tower on the front. And then when you open it up, it said, "I love you an Eiffel lot."
Very nice. I'm going to tell you one thing.
Where's the bell? I don't get a bell?
Give him a bell.
Wait, listen to this. Wait a minute. Okay, here's your bell. The best advice I can give you, listen, if you want to be super romantic, this is the honest to God truth. There's a tradition. There are bridges that span the waterways in Paris. And what happens, there's one in particular where you go from like the West Bank over to the Louvre. And there's a tradition, and what people do, they buy locks. Bring one ahead of time so you don't get ripped off. You bring a little padlock, okay?
The master
I thought you were talking like
Yeah,
bagels and
you bring a master lock. Listen, this is serious. You bring a master lock, and you bring a marker, and you may want to do it ahead of time, and you write on there, you profess your love for your fiancée. Then what you do, you take the lock, and you lock it on the gate. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but there are openings in the gate, and there are literally thousands. So what you do, you'll have a lock there for the rest of eternity or until they tear down the bridge.
What happens when it fills up? I mean, is there that much room? Is it like the Great Wall of Paris that they'll have?
Listen, you
enough
know what?
space for a lock?
That's a good question, and there are a lot of locks. There are a couple bridges, and I even heard some talk that they may stop it, but I don't know if your fiance's listening to this, but if not, I'm telling you, bring
No, she's making my meatloaf for them.
all right, bring the master lock. You write something romantic on it. She won't be wearing any underwear the rest of the trip. So that's my advice to you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Hey, Alan, bring a vault.
I'm taking advice from you for Valentine's Day. You should treat every day as Valentine's Day. An Idle Tuesday, give a card.
Yeah, buddy, check back.
Hallmark invented
Buddy,
all these extra holidays.
check back when you've been married a few years, and then tell us how it's going
That's
for you.
right.
Okay, I'm taking advice from Mama Lynn Cody. She's been married 20 years. She knows what it's like then.
She was giving a divorce to her husband tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to decide who gets to keep the kids. All right, hey, we're up against a break, Alan. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Lynn, why don't we go to our final break, and then we'll be back.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Life is so overwhelming right now, isn't it? Emotional and financial challenges too much? More debt than you can possibly handle? Are you facing divorce or another family law problem? Injured and don't know where to turn? There is a source of solid, affordable legal guidance. At Elkins & Friedman, an experienced lawyer will explain options and treat you with respect and dignity. They help people throughout Central and South Florida solve those problems. This is a law firm you can trust, where they actually pick up the phone when you call. They have a 30-year record of positive results, and they make legal costs manageable for people from all walks of life. Make the call, 954-372-2630. When you visit, you might even meet Tiffany, the office mascot. Elkins & Friedman take the intimidation and the worry out of getting the legal help you really need. Call 954-372-2630 and begin to make sense of your life. Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, and Palm Beach Gardens. Non-lawyer spokesperson. Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422. You're listening to the Alan Elkins and Rich Friedman Know Nothing Show, with two longtime attorneys who are here to share their experience and knowledge and some fun along the way. The toll-free number, if you want to participate, is 1-800-889-0267.
And we're back, everybody, for our final installment. You having a good time tonight, Rich?
Oh, I'm having a great time, but I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So tell us the history of Valentine's Day. When did it first become a holiday?
You know, that's brilliant.
Thank you.
You know, we need to solve for time. Can you educate our audience? Do you
No,
know?
I thought you knew the answer.
Oh, I thought. Are you serious?
Right.
All right, geez, it's a little late. You could have been doing that during the break, Richard.
Now you tell me.
Well, listen, maybe one of our callers is smart enough to know the history of St. Valentine's Day. I suppose we could Google it quickly. Linda, assistant producer, why don't you Google Valentine's Day? She's going to do that. In the meantime,
Very nice.
what's that?
They showed a picture of you live on the radio.
Now let me tell you. You know, we talked about everybody's Valentine's Day's plans. So Rich and I don't have any. Linda
not together
bored
anyway.
off. Linda bored up after 28 years. Hope that she's going home to something. I hope. Freddie, we didn't ask you. We didn't ask you and your lovely assistant / girlfriend, fiance. I haven't even figured out what the relationship is, to tell you.
Neither have I.
All right. What do you guys do?
We're going to dinner and Snappers, so after this show is over, we're running out of here.
You going to dinner? Yeah.
Yeah, it was either that or I had to cook, so
What time is your reservation?
8:45.
How'd you
8:45.
pick Snappers? It's a seafood restaurant.
Well, she likes Snappers. It's beautiful real seafood. It's really good. You've been to Snappers?
I think a long time ago. Is it in West Palm?
I don't know.
No.
Where is it? Boynton Beach.
Boynton
Boynton Beach, close enough.
Really, Richard? I thought of a joke. I might get in trouble for saying this.
Yes,
but
you will, so
but
don't
he said
say it.
seafood. No, I was thinking of our friend Daryl. He sees food and he eats it.
Oh, that's right. He's on a special seafood diet.
That's right.
But you know, Daryl's a strange guy, though. Not a strange guy.
Oh,
Funny
come on,
guy.
wait. Well, I don't want to.
You know, we always talk about Daryl. He loses this.
Oh,
he loses
Richard,
that.
no,
You name it, he loses
Let-
it. But
just-
there's one
this is
thing
where we gotta
that
dump
Daryl never loses.
What's that, Richard?
Wait.
Richard. Oh, stop it,
Okay.
Richard.
But I'm doing it for his own good.
What do you mean his own good?
He
How's
keeps-
that
every
for his
week he
own
comes in
good?
with a new diet. He's on this diet, that diet.
Richard,
But
come on.
So
That's not nice.
That's why I make fun of him.
Hey, that's not my idea. And all right. Hey, listen, the Dugans have two more gems for us. One is, this is right to what Freddie said, make time for date night, even when you're tired. So even when you're tired,
So make time for date night, even if your wife doesn't know about it.
Yeah. So according to the Dugans, make time for date night. And if you have time after that, make time for sex so you have more kids. I guess that's how it goes. Now, the truth is, I try to go out Saturday nights. You know, we're tired during the week. You know, you're always in the office till 9 o'clock.
That's right.
Sometimes I think you just don't want to go home. But the truth is, you go out on the weekend with Mrs. Friedman, right? Isn't that a yes?
Oh, yes.
I think he fell asleep.
Yes.
Well, I know you went somewhere to dinner the other night. You were telling me a story about how they screwed up the order again or something.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to mention the restaurant, but, you know.
Yeah, what happened there again? I forget. We're killing time,
My
Richard,
wife
so
ordered
go ahead.
something customized, you know, like she always does.
Figure.
And they were cooking in the kitchen. It came out wrong. They did it again. It came out wrong.
Yeah.
So then finally the manager came out and said, I'm really sorry, but
You gotta
you know,
go.
we tried 4 times, and we just can't
Oh,
get
I
it right.
remember you told me it was some type of order for a pizza. And
That's
I said,
right.
how do you screw up a pizza order 4 times?
That's what I asked.
I know.
So anyway, needless to say, I got the meal for free, and he promises to send me a gift card in the mail.
Oh, you left out the gift card when you first told me.
Well,
Okay, now did you quarrel with him over the amount of the gift card knowing you?
no, I told him I'd leave it up to him, but I think he knows what to send me.
Oh, jeez. All right, but your dinner was fine. Hers was screwed
Yeah, it was
up,
fine and
yours
free.
was okay?
No complaints.
Fine and free, of course not. And then the last gem from the Dugans is never stop learning. Oh, it's Dugars. I guess I didn't learn that. The Dugars
Never
then
stop learning. They got to start learning.
Listen, it says the Dugars then share a story about how they met at an Amish.
Amish?
They met an Amish. That's what they call them. They met an Amish who told them the secrets to a happy relationship are saying, quote, I was wrong, and, quote, will you forgive me? So that's it. All you have to say, guys, I was wrong, and will you forgive me?
No, you know what the secret to a good, happy relationship?
What's that?
Don't go home.
Don't go home. So, you know what? I actually think that's not bad advice. Linda Bordop, does your husband say that? I was wrong, and will you forgive me? Do you hear that often?
No.
No? Oh, great.
No. Well,
All right, what-
sometimes I have to say maybe he is wrong most of the time. But
He's wrong most of the time, doesn't admit it.
He's on the
right.
phone.
I say, yeah, right.
If Freddie, what about you?
50% of
If
the
you're
I'm always wrong.
if you're wrong,
I wake up, I say I'm wrong so I can get a head start on it.
Is that right? So Linda, she is? I didn't know that about her. You're telling me she busts.
She's never wrong. Here we go.
Never.
She's got something to
speaking of
say.
Mike.
He doesn't apologize.
Doesn't apologize. Oh my goodness. How about?
I'm apologizing on the air. I'm always wrong. What more do you want?
What about if you say, I don't think I'm wrong, but just in case I am, forgive me? Would that work?
No, I wake up in the morning and says, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. She says to what? I
Have you
said to
ever
the rest of
done
the
that?
day.
Seriously? Oh boy.
You're fit
Well,
on the air.
listen. What can I say? It's working for the Dugars, and maybe it'll work for our listeners out there. So, Richard, I'm glad. I milked this story for 50 minutes.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
I was wondering when you were going to finally end it.
All right, now
Now what?
We can move on. I have some sad stuff. You know, 2 main, I guess I don't know, celebrities died this past
Sid
week.
Caesar, 91 years old.
Three.
You didn't know about Sid
No, I
Caesar?
did know about Sid.
You know,
I
he
did.
basically invented television.
Sid Caesar, show of shows.
That's right. What a
Great.
great performer.
Comedian. He was. He was.
Great. The younger generation probably doesn't know him.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for him, who
No
knows
Johnny
what-
Carson,
No
right?
Johnny Carson. There would be no Mel Brooks.
No Mel
There would be no
Brooks.
Woody Allen.
No Woody Allen.
No Woody Allen.
All right, so there'd be no molesting of little kids.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just kidding,
Sorta.
Woody. Woody, I didn't mean it. It was just for comedic purposes.
Yeah, you know what that's like, Woody.
Now,
Who else died?
2 other people. Okay, Shirley Temple died.
Shirley
this week.
Temple.
Shirley Temple, sweet
Unbelievable.
little Shirley Temple, actress, Depression era, hard job. At one time, she was the most popular movie
But you
star
don't
in the
even know
world.
this, I bet.
What?
Okay, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Okay, she was selected, to be Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Right.
Yeah.
But she was signed with, I think, another
She's under
studio.
contract.
Under contract. They wouldn't let her go. So they had her go with the second choice, Judy Garland.
Well, they went with Judy Garland.
Right.
The rest is history. Judy Garland's best.
And you know who's supposed to be
career?
the original Tin Man?
No, I heard that, but I don't remember who.
Buddy Epson. But you know
Buddy-
what happened?
I told you this part.
No, you didn't tell me. They cast him in the part.
Oh.
They put on.
No,
remember,
not
he was-
that part. But go
He
ahead.
was a Tin Man.
Yeah.
Okay? They put on the metallic paint because he had to be a Tin Man.
He was allergic
He
to it.
was so allergic to it, they had to rush him to the hospital. He almost died.
And then I can't remember. So who became the Tin Man?
That would have been Jack Haley.
Jack Haley. All
Remember?
right, you're
And Burt
right.
Lahr was the lion.
Burt Lahr was the lion, and who was the scarecrow? Ray
Bolger.
Ray Bolger.
Ray
Oh,
Bolger.
You know more about movies than your wife.
He does.
That's right.
Well,
I watch a lot of movies.
listen to this. It says she was the top box office draw from 1935 to
But
1938.
as soon as she turned 18, that was the end of her
It
career.
was all over. And it says in 1999, the American Film Institute ranked her number 18 of the top 50 screen legends of all times for actresses. So that's kind of
She was a number
interesting.
one box office draw when she was, in those
Yeah.
movies.
I thought what you were going to say. I distinctly remember her doing a movie, I think, with Buddy Ebsen as he was a song and dance man before
Oh, yeah.
he was,
He was a great dancer.
Jed Clampett.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's Shirley Temple died. And then the third one that was on forever, did a lot of work, was Ralph Waite.
Ralph
Okay,
Waite.
Ralph Waite. Ralph Waite was from, help me out here. What's the show he had with the Goodnight John Boy?
Oh, yeah, the Waltons.
Little House on
The
the
Waltons.
The Waltons.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was at, and he had a long career and actually was in a ton of movies. And Ralph Waite also died. So that's three people that died. So
Well, also, let's
we
not
wish him
forget
well.
Julia Roberts' half-sister passed away, too.
Well, we can talk about that. You're right, but she took her own life. I don't know. I
don't know if they know for sure what happened to her.
No, they said she committed suicide.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's a shame.
It's unfortunate, and I feel badly for people that depressed, but they need to find help and. Taking your own lives a little different. The nice thing about Shirley Temple, Ralph Waite, and Sid Caesar, they lived long and productive
Yeah, I mean,
lives.
I think Shirley Temple Black was like, what, about 80, 85?
I think she was 85. Yep,
Right.
she was 85. Now, I have other stories, and they're just not, real feel-good stories.
Well, Alan, St. Valentine's was
tell us about it.
beheaded on this date by the king. So he was a priest. And
Saint Valentine was a priest, or he was a
He was a
priest?
priest. And he got
then he
beheaded.
became a saint afterwards.
Yeah, I guess
we
he became a
celebrate
saint.
beheading this today.
Is that really? Is that what it says?
But what
It's
year
true.
was that?
You want me to look up the year?
No, but this was on Google. Well, that's interesting to know. Now, listen, I'm not going to do any news stories, but one caught my eye, which I just thought was funny, I suppose. Here's the title: Suicide Bomb Instructor Blows Up His Students. Did you read about that?
No, what city did
That's
that
the honest to
happen in?
God truth. See, this is like a thing you hear on the Elkins and Friedman show.
That's why they call us the Know Nothing Show.
So listen to this. It says, would-be suicide bombers got to meet their 72 virgins a bit early Monday when a clumsy tutor accidentally detonated an explosives-packed car during a how-to bomb lesson at an Iraqi terror camp.
I guess they all got an A+ on that lesson, right?
They did. Is that unbelievable, though? I mean, here, class, today we're going to learn how to detonate a car bomb. Whoops.
We did it.
Do we have a sound
works.
effect,
It
like
works.
something blowing up? I don't know. But what are you going to do? Oh, that's good. Hey, I like that one. All right,
was that?
keep that one. That was
That's
in
the guy blowing up.
That was
Oh,
an
okay.
Iraqi terrorist blowing up.
Wow.
It was either that or this.
good.
Either that or that was Mr. Dugar saying no
Having
more sex to
another
his
kid.
wife. No more
Having another
kids.
baby.
Let me have that
Right.
one more time, Len. He can't take it anymore. There he is. He said that's enough sex for one night.
That's right.
All right, leave me
That's
alone,
when he heard he
Mrs.
got
Dugar.
another kid coming. That's when he screamed.
can do it.
That's good. Now, what do we have? We have what? We have 30 seconds left. I don't even have to stretch. Rich, did you see any movies this week? And I know there's a bunch of them.
Tell me about one of them.
The biggest movie, far and away, is the Lego Movie. People
Lego
love it.
Movie.
Made like $72 million last week, and even there are some romantic movies this week. They all got lousy reviews. Got lousy
The
reviews.
kids' movies are the ones that do the best.
All right,
Gotta say
everybody.
goodnight, Lucy.
Have a happy Valentine's
seconds
Day,
to go.
everybody. Honey, I'm coming home. I hope you're listening to this and you're dressed in something sexy.
You've been listening to the Elkins and Friedman Know Nothing Show, where maybe you learned a little something in spite of them. To reach Alan Elkins or Rich Friedman at their offices, call 954-772-6014 or 561-738-5988. Out of area, call toll-free 1-800-922-1277 or go online to elkinsandfriedman.com. Friedman is spelled with 2 E's. Be back here next week for more from Elkins and Friedman and their Know Nothing Show.